Hello, welcome to this channel. My name is Enoch. Today we will continue our series on AWS CloudFormation, and we will try to define it. We will look at some of its benefits and core concepts, and we'll be doing an exercise on AWS CloudFormation. So I expect anyone taking this course to have some basic knowledge of AWS services and to be able to write in JSON or YAML. And let's get right to it. So what is AWS CloudFormation? AWS CloudFormation is Amazon's infrastructure as code service. It is a declarative way of defining your AWS infrastructure. So instead of manually clicking, through the AWS console to create your server networks, database, you write human readable code either in JSON or YAML that describe your entire infrastructure, and this file will be used to create your infrastructure. It becomes your single source of truth, for your environment. So CloudFormation's declarative model means you don't specify step-by-step instruction. Instead, you define the desired end state, and CloudFormation does the rest for you. So AWS CloudFormation support hundreds of AWS resource types, and it integrates tightly with other AWS services like IAM, for authentication and authorization, CloudWatch, for monitoring. So what are some of the benefits of AWS CloudFormation? We have said it gives us an opportunity to manage our infrastructure as code, version it as code, send it to a code repository like GitHub, and so on. So CloudFormation also makes your infrastructure repeatable, and consistent. If you create your infrastructure from the management console, that is not repeatable, and that can be inconsistent when you want to create it again. But with a file, with a definition file for your AWS from your CloudFormation, you can simply you have a repeatable and you have a consistent environment every time you use that file to create your infrastructure. So you also CloudFormation orchestrates the creation, update, and deletion of resources in the correct order. It gives you an opportunity to automate provisioning, and update, and it has built-in dependency management. And there is something called ChangeSet in CloudFormation, which allows you to preview proposed changes before you apply them, so you can catch unintended modification before they affect running resources. And there is a rollback on failure if there is a failure in your deployment. So if you're trying to create or update your stack, and CloudFormation automatically revert to the last known good state, helping you avoid partial or broken deployment. And CloudFormation can help you detect when resources have been changed outside of CloudFormation. So if anybody goes into the management console and make changes to your resources behind your or not directly through your template, so CloudFormation keep your actual stack in sync with your declare template, and it integrates with AWS resources. We have said that, and it also gives you cost management and cleanup benefit. So each resources within the stack is tagged, with an identifier, so you can easily see how much a stack costs, and you can automate the deletion and recreation of resources at any time. So with a simple command, you can tear down your environment, destroy all the resources, and avoid racking up cost due to forgotten resources. So let's look at some core concepts of AWS CloudFormation, and one is template. Now, a template is just your JSON or YAML file that declares what AWS resources that you want to create, and a stack is just the live instance of those resources that CloudFormation creates and manages based on that template. And we have something called ChangeSet, like I said earlier, which allow you to preview modification that will occur when you update an existing stack. So before committing those changes, CloudFormation will compute the difference between your current stack and the new template or parameter values. It then provides a detailed report of what resources will be added, modified, or removed. And using this ChangeSet prevent surprises in production environment and enables peer review of infrastructure changes. So we have something called stack set 2, which deploys stacks across account and region, and There are three basic stack operation in AWS CloudFormation, which is to create or to update or to delete your stack. And let's go right to our exercise. We will go to the AWS Management Console. Once you log in, you can just type CloudFormation and you can click it and it will take you to AWS CloudFormation. And from there, you can click create stack, and just click the with new resources, and you can either choose an existing template or you can build from Infrastructure Composer. I will explain that to you in subsequent video, and you can upload your template from an S3 bucket, or you can upload a template from your machine or sync from your GitHub. So I will upload from this my machine. So click choose a file, and let's go and choose the file we want to use. And this is the file I want to use. Just click the update. I will tell you what the file is using now. Give a name for your first stack, and click next, and just scroll down. Don't worry about all the options. I will explain that in subsequent video, and review what you have selected, and you can create submit. Why this is creating, let me just explain what is in my template for you. So this is my template. It's just a simple file to create an EC2 instance. Resources, my instance, and resource type, properties. I give an AMI ID. I give an instant type, subnet ID, which I give the default subnet, availability zone. I choose US East 1A, security group ID. I choose a default security group just for this example. And if you go back, you will see that our stack has started creating. Our instance as completed creation. Let's go and check our instance. Every resource that is created through the CloudFormation like this, we have a link that you can just click to check the resource. So let's click this link, and this will take us to the EC2 instance, and we can check the instance that was just created for us through the CloudFormation stack. So this is this instance that we just created. If you click this, if you check the instance, you will see that this private IP address, it belongs to the CIDR that we choose for our subnet, which is 172.31.0.0/16. And this is T2 micro, and if you check the subnet ID, you will see that it's the default subnet created in US East 1. VPC is default VPC. So this is definitely from our stack. And if you go back to your CloudFormation, let's do an update. Let's just do an update now. So you can create a ChangeSet just to see what will happen if you upload a new template, or you try to update your stack, and you can make a direct update. So let's click make a direct update, and we will click replace existing template, and we will upload a template like before, and you click choose file, and you can and I will choose a file. By the way, this code that I'm using, I will upload it to my GitHub, and I'll put the link below. You can try it yourself. And let's update this stack, and I will show you what happens when you try to update your stack. Now we will see the ChangeSet. Let's choose a parameter. I will explain the code too now, so let's move on. Just click next, and scroll down to see, okay, and click next. Don't worry about the options, and scroll down to see the ChangeSet. Now if you look at this ChangeSet, so like I said, it gives you an opportunity to see the changes that will be made to your infrastructure if you do the update. So you can see modify. So my instance replacement true, so this instance will be replaced. So if this is an RDS instance and replacement is true like this, and you have sensitive data in your database, you probably want to take a snapshot, or you want to adjust your template so that these replacements will not happen. And so it will also be creating a new a new security group for us. So this is the ChangeSet, and anytime you're making an update, you always see this modification, and you can give your approval if this is okay by you. So I'll just click submit, and let me go and show you this code. So this is the code that is in this new template that I just uploaded. So I define a parameter. Don't worry, in subsequent video I will tell you what parameter is all about. This parameter is just to choose a VPC for the resources I want to create, and I'm creating, so this is the resource part of it. So I'm creating a security group. This is the resource type. These are the properties. I gave a description and allow HTTP and restricted SSH. I reference the VPC ID. I allow port 80 for ingress from anywhere, and allow port 22 from my CIDR, from my CIDR. So that's the CIDR for this for this subnet. And my instance, I'm creating an instance. I gave the property of the instance an AMI ID, the instance type, default subnet, and I'm choosing US East 1. This is why it's making that change. In previous template that we use, I created the instance with US East 1A, but in this new template that I just uploaded, I changed it to US East 1B, and that's why it's making that replacement. So if I leave this one at US East 1A and I gave the same subnet ID, it's definitely going to not replace. It's not going to replace the instance. So I'm also adding a security group, and I'm referencing the security group that is created above. So that's just the template for you. Change the availability zone, create a security group, and attach it. I reference it. So that's all. So I intentionally made a mistake in this template. I intentionally made a mistake in this template so that this template will fail, and I want to show you what happens when a template fails. So let's see the step-by-step process of what happens when you try to do an update. So we started an update from here. Update in progress, security group. So it completed creating the security group here, and from there it went on to start creating the instance, and the instance failed. And we discussed earlier that when there is a failure during an update or a creation, it will roll back to the successful creation. So it will not create any resource from the new template I just uploaded. It will just roll back to the previous template that we used. So you can see update rollback in progress, update complete, first stack, update rollback, cleanup, security group was deleted. The security group that I just created was deleted, and update rollback complete. So that's that. Now you want to troubleshoot what the problem is. What do you do? The first thing to check is this place. Just click this arrow down. Just click this arrow to read this instruction, and you can see there's a field, and the subnet ID does not exist. That's a problem. And you can also check CloudTrail event for this resource. You can click this link to go and check CloudTrail event, and you will see it in CloudTrail. Let's see. So you can just you can just click, check the resource that you are creating. Check the resource. If the problem was with the security group, you will check the security group. But this problem happened when we was creating the instance. So let's click the run instance here, and we can scroll down to see what the problem was also from this place. So you can see user agent error code. You can see error message. The subnet ID does not exist. So that was a problem, and I intentionally made this error so that you can see what happens when there is a failure in update. So that's rollback for you. Now let me go and correct this template, and let's re-upload our template. So I'll go back to the CloudFormation, and we will try to do our update again. So make a direct update, replace existing template, upload a template file, choose a file, and I will choose the file, and I will upload the file, and so click next, and let's choose our parameters, and click next, scroll down and click next, and scroll down and see your ChangeSet, and you will see that it's modifying the instance. Replacement is true, and it will create a security group as stated in the template. So click submit, and it will start doing the update now. Now our update is completed. Let's go and see the chain of creation. So update started from here, and it created the security group, and it also started creating the instance. So completed creating the instance, then it started deleting the previous instance. Now when an update is going on, the usual thing is to first create the new resources, and it will now delete the old resources. So it has created the new instance, and now it's deleting the old instance, and our update was completed. So that's that. And if you click the link to the new instance that was created, if you click the link, you will see. You see, let me clear this filter so that we can see what's going on, and you will see. So we have a running instance, and we have a terminated instance. We have a terminated instance 1A. So this is the new instance that was created. If you click it, and check the properties, you can see the private IPv4 address is from our CIDR range. Our CIDR range is 172.31.0.0. Our CIDR range is 172.31.2.0/24, and this is from our CIDR range. So if you look at the subnet ID is from USTs 1B, and the VPC ID 2 is the default VPC. So that's that for you. Now let's now tear down our resources. So I want to delete all the resources. Just come to CloudFormation. Don't go to the console and go and start deleting it one after the other by yourself, and go to VPC and go and delete. No, just come to the CloudFormation and click delete here, and it will delete all the resources that this stack has created. All right, so click delete, and that's it. It will start deleting all the resources that was created for us. So in summary, today we have looked at the introduction. We have made some definition of AWS CloudFormation, where we say it's AWS infrastructure as code service. We have looked at some of the benefits of CloudFormation and some core concepts. We have talked about templates, stack, ChangeSet, and some other ones. And we have done an exercise where we have looked at how to create a resource through AWS CloudFormation. We have looked at how rollback occur if there is a failure in an update or a creation, and we have seen ChangeSet, and we have seen that in action, how it will allow us to see the modification and give our approval before it will make the changes. So, and in subsequent video we will try to look at console stack settings, and we'll do CloudFormation template anatomy. So in subsequent video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.